Welcome to Super Courseva. Unlock the secrets of the internet and master computer networking. Let's dive in.
All right, let's dive into something we use every single second, but almost never think about. We're going to meet the people who build the hidden highways that power literally everything you do online.
I mean, really think about it. This explainer you're watching right now, or the last text you sent, how did it actually get to you? It feels like magic, doesn't it? You tap a screen and poof, information just appears. But it's not magic, not even close. It's an incredible feat of engineering.
So the easiest way to wrap your head around it is to think of the internet as this massive, invisible system of highways. But instead of cars, these highways are packed with data. Your emails, your videos, your search results, all zipping around at nearly the speed of light. And just like real highways, these digital roads have to be designed, built, and, maintained.
Okay, so if there are highways, who are the architects? Who's actually designing and building these virtual roads that connect all of us?
Well, we're talking about folks like Sergio Latour. He's a network engineer over at Google, specifically on the YouTube TV team. He's one of the many architects out there making sure all that digital traffic keeps flowing smoothly.
You see, when things are going smoothly, their job is all about planning ahead. It's like being a city planner for data. They map out the highways, they figure out where the digital traffic jams might happen, and they build in backup routes. It's like having a detour already planned out the moment there's a crash. The whole goal is to build a system so strong that it can deliver a silly cat video and a critical news alert with the exact same reliability without you ever noticing a thing.
But what happens when one of those highways breaks down? When there's a massive digital pileup? Well, that's when the job completely changes. The architect has to become a firefighter, and fast.
You might picture someone quietly coding in an office, calmly designing the future. But the reality? It can be a high-stakes, high-pressure war room with a whole team scrambling against the clock to fix a huge problem.
And the stakes are just incredibly high. A network failure isn't a small glitch. It's like a bridge collapsing. All traffic just stops. For a service like YouTube TV, we're talking millions of screens just going black. Instantly. It is a full-blown emergency.
Yeah, this quote from an engineer just hits the nail on the head. One day you're the planner, the next you're the first responder. There is no such thing as a typical day in this job.
And look, nothing shows you what this is really like better than a true story. A real crisis that put these engineers through a trial by fire.
So, the crisis? Hurricane Irma. A monster storm, and it's headed straight for Florida. As it made landfall, it started literally tearing physical infrastructure apart. Power lines, cell towers, cable lines, everything was being wiped out. And stuck right in the middle of all this chaos? Millions of people. Scared people. And what are they doing? They're glued to their phones, trying to get live news updates to track the storm's path, to know when they need to get out. Their actual safety depended on that connection staying live.
So this was the mission for Sergio's team. It was simple and it was urgent. The problem? The old school TV signals were gone. The goal? Keep that critical live news feed running on people's phones. The mission? Build a brand new virtual roadway for that data, right now, in the middle of a natural disaster.
And you gotta understand, this wasn't about entertainment. This wasn't about catching the big game. This was a lifeline. This was about using that invisible highway to keep people informed, to keep them connected, and ultimately, to keep them safe.
This kind of crazy, high-stakes stuff happens all the time, way more than we realize, usually completely behind the scenes. And it's why these engineers are really the unsung heroes of our digital lives. I mean, just think about the apps you probably open today. Google Search, Snapchat, YouTube, you just expect them to work, right? We take them completely for granted.
But the honest-to-goodness truth is this. Not a single one of them would work without these incredibly complex, resilient virtual roadways that are built and watched over by network engineers. They are the absolute foundation of our digital world.
So really, when you boil it all down, these are the invisible heroes working around the clock. They're the ones making sure that every single time you tap send or share a photo or start a video call, your data makes that journey across the world in the blink of an eye.
So I'll just leave you with this. The next time you tap send and a message just magically appears on the other side of the planet, take a second and think about the architects and the firefighters of that invisible highway who made it happen.